Hello everyone and welcome to Rambles and Preambles.
And we're back again doing this.
Yeah, hopefully this time it fucking works. Yeah, we're all good. And we're at the hospital.
But you could get AIDS.
Hi, my name's George.
This is the HD version.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
Do I look sick to you?
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet. In which department does he work? He doesn't.
Patient, you fucking idiot.
As you do realize there are strict policies regarding.
You know, I would imagine there's more
don't you?
patients than there are people working.
Maybe.
Twizzlers.
This is important. I have to
Oh,
talk to
sure.
Marquet urgently.
Whoa.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
No,
It's a
I'm kind of
matter
like
of life and death.
eating plastic.
Yeah.
They're
They're tasty plastic. I can't get one off. Oh, so funny.
I think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems. Explain yourself. He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
They all show,
Nonsense.
like the taste reminds me of the smell of model glue.
One of our most exclusive private rooms.
Just to make them even tastier.
Could you tell me who Marquet's employers are? Certainly not.
Mon Dieu.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph? No, sir, I do not. Thanks for your help.
Arrogant French prick.
Most of the people in
Excuse
the are
me?
douchebags.
Yes, sir.
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plants. They were my idea.
Oh,
A
another
little
yeah.
greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
No, I'm conducting a private investigation.
Then I can't help you.
Oh, you stupid bastard. You should have said yes.
So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So
No one,
unless
not
you can
ever.
prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance,
Not even
you're
death.
wasting your time here.
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh, dear. He's on Ward J2. That's... Nurse Grendel's ward.
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock alarm call, 6:10 bowel movement, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J. How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the
Jealous
corridor on
with
the
a capital
left.
J.
Turn right at the senior consultant's washroom.
No, not that.
Right
Why is
again
she
at the
jealous?
executive coffee lounge.
This guy's not very
Turn
good at
left
reading
the
people.
administrative
Nope.
sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Two Americans sitting
As I
in the
turned
tree.
the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed in the corners. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
Let's go talk to him.
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what?
God.
If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a bit fucking harsh.
That's the deal.
Do you
Jeez.
know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the corridors?
No, what's that? With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
He puts his dick in it.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
That's my wife.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that
You think it's odd, don't you? I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind my back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull through.
Okay.
see you later.
Bye.
Yeah, take care now.
You go back to pulling Mr. Shine.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
Prick. Maybe you have to distract
As I
him by
tugged
putting
the
laundry
plug
on
out of
Mr.
the
Shiny.
socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Nah.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
And go. Oh,
Nah.
damn. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why we had to wait for him.
Get yourself a lab coat.
Yeah. Let's go pretend to be doctors.
Oh yeah. Just some more laws being broken there. There's some kid in America who pretended to be a
afternoon,
doctor
doctor.
for like a year.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward
What's that?
J2?
There's some kid in
Yes,
America
sir.
who pretended
The
to be a
patients are
doctor
ready
for
for
like
your
a year.
inspection, doctor.
Really?
Yep.
Thank you.
Just went there every day.
You'll need this,
Walked around wearing a lab coat.
Brilliant.
That's it.
She gave me a long... Thanks.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Go fine.
So that's
Thank
what
you,
they're doing.
nurse.
They're taking his
Au revoir,
arms and
monsieur.
legs.
Doctor,
Oh dear.
What is it?
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
Did he even put the thing on?
Nope.
Brilliant.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
Yeah. So have a wank, calm down.
Let's go and find our lackey.
This is why I should never be a doctor.
It's not what I clicked on. Dick.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Yes, sir? Pleased to meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Bunny.
Bunny?
No.
That's right. I used to have this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit. Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, miss. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean I'd get my hands dirty with a nurse.
Shut up, Benoit. Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
And no, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
See you later.
Right.
Excuse me, sir.
Aha! Just the man.
Oh shit.
You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bernie, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew.
You must
I
be
trust
separated.
you to look after him?
Well, inbreeding is a
fresh out of
tricky
school.
task and
He
that.
will open his eyes to see a real
We're gonna
doctor
use him.
amongst
He's gonna be our flunky.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let
Scapegoat.
him see some real suffering.
Yes. Yes. Fucks. No, that had a fucking mouth on it that time. Oh, okay. He's gone. Probably gone in here.
Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir?
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something.
Good job.
Follow me, Benoit.
I'm right behind you, sir.
Right, you old dick. I'm here to take
Hello?
your blood
Anybody
pressure.
home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it. What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no
Wow.
complaints.
The woman in
Oh,
reception
Jesus.
described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Yeah.
Well, that's simply not true. She's
I heard
quite
she
strict.
sucks.
But that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
Because you are, mate.
I'll come back later.
When you're less grumpy.
God, attitude problems on these lot. She looks like a man
You
there.
haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
Look at the shading on her face. It looks like she got stubble.
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
I'll keep quiet when you've taken my blood pressure properly.
I have to see Jacques Marquet first.
How come he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's got money, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder. Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir?
Get your face over here.
You still have that gauge I gave you?
Oh, yes. What do you want me to do with it?
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
Okay.
I have no idea what he's doing right there.
He's got it wrapped around his face. By the way.
And his neck.
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, doctor.
Shouldn't put my phone there.
No.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, doc. Right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
He looks like he's on so
Wouldn't
much
go
acid.
there if I was you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of that. Anthrax?
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness. suits you. Thanks.
Such a mouthy shit.
Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No, this was a tatty old bear.
How is the bear acting suspiciously?
Well, he was wearing a homburg.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's pretty weird for a bear.
Yeah, he's on
Do you
acid.
recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I have never seen him before.
Catch you later, officer.
Au revoir, Doc.
Holy fuck.
Marquet?
Yes, I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lahmar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassins.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place.
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grandmaster. Quickly tell that I have found the tripod right here in Paris.
You have it?
Not yet, but it's being taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges with a flair
Fuck,
for
these fucking
betting
Yep.
two
crime.
bastards.
Would that be
Oh,
Flap
dear.
and Guido by any chance?
You know them as for Klausner. He has gone off to Syria on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
As a theory about the location of the...
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
And there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished
Sure
with your
you
pressure
were.
gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter.
Shit!
The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Stand back, monsieur.
Shoot the lock.
Now he's gonna run into it.
Fucking
With his
hell, what's he
acid face.
packing?
Uzi 9mm. I think we lost him.
Nico Bellic.
Hello, George.
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah. Killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window.
Con.
Have you ever heard of the Hashiashin?
No.
Marquet
You
said
just
that they were
fucking
his
butchered
biggest
that
enemy.
word, son.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was
Shashin.
evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again.
Maybe he had a speech impediment and he was just trying to say assassin.
responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves. I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rousseau or Sergeant Moo? Oh, were you referring to Andre?
I'll let you work it out.
Such a dick.
He's got a fucking mouth on in this one.
I beg your pardon. Are you Andre Lobineau?
Lobineau.
That's me. You want my autograph?
No. I was told... you
Right,
may
since
be
we've already done
Lobineau.
this conversation, I am going to skip it.
Roger.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Except this one, because
Yes,
obviously we didn't
it
have
was
this
a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It
murder.
was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language. Assassini. The assassin.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legend
Fucking hell.
surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained,
actually a
the
prequel
new
to
recruits
Assassin's Creed.
would be only too willing to
Yeah, I
die
wouldn't be
for the
surprised. I
cause.
mean, they did take
They'd be
quite a lot
instructed
of
in the use of the
inspiration
dagger,
from
poisons,
ancient
and
stuff.
disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure, it
The public...
Morphos, it
That's right.
La 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 la.
Do you know Pegram?
not.
When
Well, we've already done this bit, haven't we?
No, there are... There isn't... I was... Just...
They're not
Yeah,
does
yeah.
it. The man
Yeah, well, I'm not... Yeah, this friend... she... can you...
I see.
How did
The people said to the
You're a...
glad.
How come...
They were so.
Is it true?
Oh,
What do you mean?
there.
Do you think...
No,
I think it's...
I heard that they tried.
Well, why don't... Don't...
Is that
Yada 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 yada. Blah,
Where
blah.
was the site of Montfaucon?
so they know the old gibbet?
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Ooh, the inspector's out.
Shit. There's loads of graffiti on the fucking desk.
Come on, load the conversation. No, he doesn't want to call anybody.
He's gonna stand there with the phone in his hand.
No. Oh man. Where's the damn clown? Okay. Gotcha. I haven't done everything I need to do at the museum.
You gotta fiddle around with a tripod.
Why have you not wrong?
Don't you think it's kind of... Not so... Yeah, see... That...
Ah!
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's like that episode of Red Dwarf.
No, monsieur. Okay, okay.
Go, 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 go. No.
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Get the fuck out.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, Monsieur.
Can you not afford 2 guards? Oh shit, son.
Yeah.
Quit fooling around, you moron. Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight.
I'm gonna kick their ass. You ready?
Yep. They're gonna rape you.
Nope.
Oh, you're gonna push that on them.
Hell yeah.
What the? Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
Yeah, suck on. Dog.
Well done, fuckwit.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Cat burglar.
That was Nico.
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Oh, shush.
I'd fallen asleep.
I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those 2 crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
Told ya.
You mean it was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
I really thought you'd be pleased. After all, we've got the tripod.
She knew that you were a fucking idiot would have cock it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified
pure
the
filth.
family who bear that crest.
I sure hope so. I'd better get back to the quest.
Still, her hair confuses me. I don't know what it's doing.
I'm not sure she knows what it's doing. Yeah, clown.
Hey, you with the balls. We? How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist, a master of the contragravitic aeroballetic mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crownheads of Europe had the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders. Plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so. That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
I had no idea what I was doing.
Fucking
But this
idiot.
guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be? A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Not so easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not. Excuse me, officer. Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
Coffee.
Jesus.
No,
Yeah, so?
I
Man,
could
their police
direct the traffic.
department's completely corrupt by substance abuse.
Oh yeah.
What do you know?
And no,
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
ah, you are a clown.
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing, and not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Whoever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur. You have it.
Douche.
I'll see you
Pathetic
around.
loon.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps.
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Yeah.
Okay, now for my secret weapon.
Nah, what a dickhead.
The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury.
You left your balls.
Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Yeah.
God, what's this world come to? A man has to do his job.
It's like, oh, fine. Do police work. And they're like, oh, look, this clown's like, going down into the sewer.
Not weird at all. Fuck off.
Man, you're popular.
The wall had
I know you're
fled,
right.
and anything once written on it had long since gone. The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, this is where the gallows used to stand. Maybe.
He's talking bullshit.
Crane boat.
The hook lay in a bed of chain.
To use it in the door.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone. The wall seemed in very poor condition. The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why.
Curious.
The wall had flaked. It was time for some brutal destruction.
Man, the amount of times this thing
But
gets good use out of.
Hey, that's hollow! I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this. There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it.
It's a fucking yob.
Here goes. The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap.
Fuck it, just pull it off its hinges.
What's the worst that can happen? Job done.
Whoa.
I'm wondering if it's still even in the game.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of places you can actually die.
At the bottom of the steps, I could see a glow. I could hear voices from the lit area. It seemed a good moment to be cautious.
Shut up and get down the
It
stairs.
seemed a...
Yeah, I won't let you do it anymore. If you go down there, the whole room kills you.
In the beginning,
'Cause he just walks out into the middle of them.
end.
Oh dear.
Like,
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day. Report.
The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens.
Jesus.
A groundswell of dissatisfaction and
it's like,
dissidence is
fuck,
growing.
how many times? You do not have to shout
Corporations are becoming
everything.
too large and complex for their own
fucking angry,
executives
man.
to control them.
Calm
The
down,
bloodbath
Miss
of the Nazi
Shouty.
forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of
I think he's
immediacy and
self-everything.
action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on
I'm not doing it.
decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish.
I fucking
The
hate
pattern
proms.
is emerging. Our time is now.
I love watching you prawns die.
The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence.
Incompetence.
Our machinations. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sort of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
See?
Pegram was
Everything would
loyal,
be easy if they had
tried
known
to
us.
protect the
Yeah.
Lakmaran gem
Yeah.
when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian
To be fair, I
maniac
mean-
the Hashashin.
The
He's an
Assassin's Creed
assassin.
people pretty much just stole this
Plain
story.
and
Yeah, it
simple.
does seem like
That's
it
not
quite a
what he
bit.
believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that
But
we
then again,
have
I
a
don't need an excuse to
sacred
badmouth
duty?
Assassin's Creed.
Fair
A
enough.
Apart from
trust.
Black Flag.
When
Black Flag
Philippe
doesn't.
attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword. and our power with it. Now, we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present. Ha! But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
It's all kicking off in Syria.
Yep.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The next time we meet, it will be to become
What the fuck can this
the
sword do?
princess of this world. Wow.
Right, let's get on the boat.
Fucking hell, they all got on that thing.
Everyone get in the boat. We need to get this back soon. I'm not fucking paying another hour rent on it.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump. The light falling from above struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays, and each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Interesting.
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're
Guaranteed
men
she's
and
an
women
assassin.
in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The
I've got it
assassin
figured
killed
out.
him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria. You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Fine, I'll go fucking
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Like if you weren't got a credit card.
It's North Africa. It's not that far.
Ah, it's fucking quite far away.
Yeah, it's fine.
Stop pressing my bell.
So like if he just goes nuts, pulls out a sword on you. It's like, fuck you, bitch.
I'm gonna spell Marie.
Oh. Oh.
That happens.